How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to be working on our You Matter poster, okay? This is something that you can hang in your room as a positive message to yourself, just a little reminder that you matter, because you do matter. We all matter, okay? And this is just a really fun activity to kind of review the rainbow and also spread positive messages. Okay, I'm really excited to get started with y'all today. So first, let's go over what you're going to need. Now, this year, you'll probably find that I am using different materials than you. And that is totally fine, guys. You can use whatever materials you have. Just because I'm painting doesn't mean that you have to paint, okay? You can use whatever you have. You can use crayons, markers, colored pencils. Even if you have pens that are different colors, you can do that. We just need every color of the rainbow, okay? And that would be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay, there is indigo in the rainbow as well, but we're just going to skip that color for today. Unless you want to put indigo in yours at home, then you can, but I honestly don't have the color indigo in this material, which these are liquid watercolors over here. They're the same thing as regular watercolors, they're just in a liquid form. So instead of indigo, I decided that for my rainbow, I'm gonna add pink at the end, okay, after purple, or you could also call purple violet, okay? So those are the colors that you're going to need. You can put indigo in there if you would like to, and you can also add pink if you want to, like me. If you are painting, you're going to use watercolors. You can also use any other kind of paint that you have, okay? You're gonna need a blank piece of paper. We're going to need a pencil to write our name on the back, and over here, I just have some water and a paintbrush, okay? Like I said, if you don't have paint, then y'all can use whatever you have at home. All right, now that we know all the materials that you will need, pretty much any materials you have at home will work, we are gonna go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, since this is a brand new piece of paper, we need to put our name on it. So I'm just gonna write Miss M. Oop, that's not an M. There we go. And after you write your name, you're going to flip it over. So now your name is on the back. If we paint on the side, or if we color on the side with our name, we're just gonna cover it up, and then we won't know whose paper is who. So we're going to write our name, then flip it over. So now our name is on the back, and we have a beautiful blank surface in front of us. All right, now that my name's on the back, we can go ahead and get started. So what we're basically gonna do is we are going to paint a rainbow on this paper, okay? While we're painting, we wanna make sure that we leave some space at the top, because we're gonna do something with that space a little bit later, okay? So I'm moving my paper down towards the bottom. You can see the bottom of my paper here. And we are going to start painting our rainbow. And we're actually gonna paint this rainbow backwards. Normally when you are coloring or painting a rainbow, you start with red, right? Well, we are gonna do it backwards, my friends. Okay, so let's see. If I'm doing it backwards, then I'm gonna start with pink. Okay, because I've chosen to do pink, but maybe you don't want to put pink in your rainbow, so you would start with purple, because purple is the last color of the rainbow. So we're doing the rainbow backwards, my friends. So it's a little bit more challenging. You got to think a little bit harder about it, but I know you can do it. Okay, so I have my paper. I'm starting down at the bottom, and I have my first color, which is actually the last color of my rainbow. Okay, so make sure you don't have red, because that's the first color of the rainbow. We want to start with the last color of the rainbow. I am going to find the center of the bottom of my paper, because we are going to be doing arch shapes. So just arches like this, and they're going to get bigger and bigger as we go through our rainbow colors, okay? So our first arch is going to be kind of skinny, okay? We need to make it skinny, because as we keep adding our rainbow colors, it's gonna get fatter and fatter and fatter. Okay, so our first arch is going to be right in the middle, and I'm starting with pink. So I'm just going to grab some water over here, just in my little water bowl with my paintbrush. And if you're coloring with crayons or colored pencils, you are going to do the same thing I'm about to do, but you're just going to color it instead of painting it. Okay, so I have some pink on my paintbrush, and I'm going to find the middle of my paper. I'm just going to put my finger there so I remember where it is, and I'm going to start on the outside of my finger, and I'm going to do one long arch like this. Okay, if you're painting, you might notice that your paint is a lot darker over here than it is over here. You can keep it like that, or you can grab some more paint and make this side the same kind of darkness as the other side. Okay, so it's a big, tall arch. It kind of looks like a roller coaster almost, just going up and up and up the hill and then going woo down the hill. Okay, so I got my pink arch down. Now, we're not going to go to red because that's our last color we're going to do, because that's the first color of the rainbow. Now we're going to go to purple. Or if you did purple for your first arch, does anyone know what color you're going to do next? You're going to do blue, because blue comes before purple in the rainbow. But I did pink, so now I can do purple. I'm going to take some more water. I'm actually going to draw an X in my water cup, because I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my paintbrush, and if we're squishing it down, then we're messing up his beautiful hair. Okay, so we just want to draw an X. It helps remind us to not also tap, because if we tap our paintbrush, then water is going to splatter all over our paper, and we don't want that. So just draw an X, and we're just cleaning that pink off. So now we are ready to grab the purple. Okay, we already found the middle of our paper with our pink arch. So now, right on top of our pink arch, we're going to do our purple arch. So it's kind of like our purple arch is hugging the pink one. Okay, just like this. And your pink might start going into your purple like mine is, and that is totally normal with watercolors. Okay, I want my purple to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to grab some more paint and I'm going to paint it on. But as you can see, I didn't leave any white space between my pink arch and my purple arch. I have them touching just a little bit, and that watercolor just blended together beautifully. All right, now I'm on to my next one, which is blue. So I'm going to draw an X in my water cup, and I'm going to grab some blue paint. Oops, I just got splatters on my paper. Oh no. Can I start over? No, we are just going to work with those mistakes, okay? If this happens, that's totally fine. I'm actually just going to leave it there. I'm just going to ignore it, because I don't want to mess up the pink that I've already done. And that just went into the pink. And honestly, up close, it looks pretty beautiful. So I'm just going to leave that mistake there, and I'm going to work with it, okay? So if you make a mistake on yours, you can work with it, problem solve. How can you fix it? You can choose to fix it, or you can choose to ignore it, okay? So I'm going to grab some more paint, and this is blue now, and I'm going to do my blue arch hugging my purple arch all the way around so I get to the other edge of the paper. And look, that purple is blending in with the blue, and it's just beautiful. I love when watercolor blends together like that. It is just so gorgeous. It's really, really pretty, and it creates kind of like a blue-violet color, which is actually called a tertiary color. Okay, done with blue. Now I'm going to grab my green, and we're going to do the same process until we get to red. Okay, so I'm going to speed up this part, making sure I clean my paintbrush in between getting new colors, and I'll be right back to show you what mine looks like. Alright guys, so I just finished my orange and it's actually looking very beautiful. I'm very happy with this rainbow right now, but a problem has come up, okay? So look, I've gotten to orange, but I still have red. And as you can see, the orange has gone all the way to the side of my paper. Okay, does anyone want to think or try to guess what could I do if that happens? And it probably will happen, to be honest with you. And if it does, what can you do? Because we have to add red there or else it's not a complete rainbow. Well, I think it would be a good idea if we just picked up where we left off. So instead of trying to paint red on top of the orange over here, we're just gonna start up here where it's the white starts again, and we're just gonna do the red right up here. So it's gonna be a smaller arch than the rest of our colors, but that is fine. It's still going to be a beautiful and complete rainbow. And this is actually my last color, so I'm just gonna put the red on there. I'm gonna go all the way until the white paper stops. And I want it a little darker, so just add a little bit more paint if you want it darker. All right, and there we go. There is my beautiful rainbow. It's on a pretty big piece of paper. Your paper does not have to be this big, but I wanted to do mine on a big piece of paper. And remember at the beginning when I said we need to leave a little bit of space up at the top? I hope you remember that because we are going to put something here next time. Okay, so this is all we're going to do this week. We're doing a beautiful big rainbow on our paper, starting with either pink or purple. Your rainbow might have indigo in there if you had indigo as a color. All right guys, if you did a painting and you're on my online classes, then you need to make sure you put your painting somewhere safe where it can dry 100%, because right now it's still wet. So we want to make sure this dries before we try to handle it too much, and put it somewhere safe, whether you did a painting or coloring. You have your art folder hopefully, and you have somewhere safe to put your artwork because we are going to use this next week. Okay, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how yours turns out. I know it's going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.